That massive nutrient-dense salad you ate today might actually be feeding the exact bacteria causing your bloating, and it is happening because of a silent biological mistake that most people, and even many nutritionists, completely ignore. You cut out processed sugar. You eat clean proteins. You force down bowls of vegetables. But despite all of this perfect, healthy behavior, your digestion is actually getting worse. Instead of feeling energetic and light, you are dealing with unpredictable bloating, chronic fatigue, and a stomach that seems to react negatively to almost everything you eat. If you've ever felt heavy, tired, or bloated right after eating a perfectly healthy meal, hit the like button and type yes in the comments below. You are not alone, and more importantly, it is not your fault. Today, we are going to look under the microscope and explain exactly why your gut microbiome is actively degrading, even when your diet looks flawless on paper. The biggest misconception in modern nutrition is that gut health is simply about eating clean. We are taught to view our digestive system like a machine that just needs the right premium fuel. But your gut is not a machine. It is a highly complex, competitive ecosystem. And like any ecosystem in nature, it does not survive on purity. It survives on biological diversity. When most people switch to a healthy diet, they tend to find 5 or 6 safe meals and repeat them endlessly. Chicken, rice, spinach, avocados, almonds, over and over again. While these foods are objectively good for you, feeding your body the exact same compounds every single day creates a biological bottleneck. Your gut contains thousands of different bacterial strains, and each strain requires a specific type of plant fiber or polyphenol to survive. When you restrict your diet to the same small rotation of healthy foods, the bacterial strains that rely on other missing nutrients begin to starve. Slowly, they die off. You are accidentally shrinking your internal ecosystem, leaving massive vacant spaces along your intestinal wall. But a shrinking ecosystem is only the first phase of the problem. What happens next is a fascinating and highly destructive biological shift. And this is where the science gets slightly scary. It has to do with oxygen. The very oxygen that keeps you alive actually becomes poison to your good bacteria. In a healthy human body, the large intestine is an oxygen-free zone. It is a strictly anaerobic environment. Your most beneficial anti-inflammatory bacteria thrive in this exact condition. But when your microbial diversity drops, or when you are exposed to chronic daily stress, the cells lining your intestinal wall become irritated. As a biological stress response, these inflamed cells begin to leak trace amounts of oxygen into the gut cavity. To your beneficial bacteria, this leaked oxygen is highly toxic. It suppresses them. But to opportunistic inflammatory bacteria, like certain strains of E. coli and Salmonella that naturally live in your gut in small numbers, this oxygen is like rocket fuel. These specific strains are what scientists call facultative anaerobes, which simply means they possess a biological superpower. They can switch their metabolism to use that leaked oxygen to aggressively multiply. They use it to violently take over the vacant spaces left behind by your shrinking microbiome. This hostile takeover is known as dysbiosis, and this biological shift perfectly explains the paradox of why your healthy food is suddenly causing you pain. When you eat a large bowl of broccoli or a nutrient-dense salad, it enters a gut environment that is now dominated by the wrong bacteria. Instead of smoothly breaking down the complex fibers to produce cellular energy, these opportunistic bacteria ferment the healthy food aggressively. They produce excessive amounts of gas, triggering severe distension, cramping, and that heavy, lethargic brain fog you feel right after a meal. The healthy food isn't the problem. The damaged, oxygen-rich internal environment is. To reverse this process, you cannot simply restrict more foods or rely on a generic probiotic capsule. You have to change the internal environment. You have to pull the oxygen out of the gut by feeding the beneficial bacteria what they need to regain control and rebuild the ecosystem. And doing that requires one specific thing: massive biological diversity. Clinical research suggests that building a truly resilient microbiome requires exposure to over 30 different types of plants, roots, and unique fibers every single week. However, let's be realistic. Sourcing, preparing, and digesting 30 different plant species a week is nearly impossible for someone with a busy modern schedule. And this is where strategic supplementation becomes a highly practical tool. Instead of trying to dramatically overhaul their grocery shopping or forcing down massive volumes of roughage, many people choose to introduce this necessary diversity through concentrated greens formulas. These extracts deliver dozens of specific polyphenols, antioxidants, and trace nutrients from a wide variety of plants into a single, light daily drink. It provides the broad biological diversity your microbiome is starving for, helping to feed the specific strains of bacteria that rebuild your gut lining, all without the friction of complex meal prep. If you're curious about how a diverse greens formula works to support this internal balance, you can find more information in the link provided in the description below. And if you want to continue understanding how your daily habits and your biology interact on a microscopic level, be sure to subscribe to Human Health Archive. Because fixing your gut isn't just about removing the bad foods, it's about rebuilding the ecosystem.